We'll also be covering
What's Chinchou?
and you can look forward to And now it's time for the show. Welcome everybody to episode 250 of the China Show.
Let me scooch in.
The real China Show. 250, what's the area code?
Area code shout out today, 250 is British Columbia, Canada. Shout out to our fellow Canadians. I'm not Canadian.
Yeah, well, our fellow British people that live in Colombia.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah,
make
anyway.
it make sense, guys.
Exactly.
Come on.
Anyway, we've got quite the show for you today.
Yes.
As usual, it's pretty jam-packed. It's probably a good idea to saunter right into it with what's new. Let me bring up our media pack here. Make sure I've got the correct one.
Happy Valentine's Day, by the way.
Oh, yes. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone there.
Saint Valentine.
Exactly. So do you want to tell everybody what's coming up on the show?
There's a lot of things coming up on the show. Mostly, our biggest segment today is we're going to talk about this thing that's been happening. A lot of Chinese people are going to Africa, and they're walking around experiencing discrimination because they've never experienced discrimination before, being in China, a homogenous country, right?
Correct.
They're losing their mind over it. But then it's a bit of a tit for tat because recently there's been a lot of signs popping up in China.
Yes.
That are full of racism, full of anti-Americanisms. And it's very interesting because China right now is trying to push this. We welcome everybody. Everyone come into China. We want you to travel around the country. Meanwhile, their moon runes say, because
Yeah, exactly.
they expect no one to understand, say no Americans or dogs allowed.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Oh, don't forget, we've got a great propaganda coming up as well. But
do.
anyway, let's saunter right into it, everybody, with what's new. This is where we talk about what's new, specifically with regards to China. So
This is the new graphics from Sun Wukong 2,
Yes.
the sequel. What is that? Wukong? Black Myth
Yes,
Wukong?
Black Myth
This is
Wukong.
Orange Myth Wukong. Can
Exactly.
you play it a little bit more? I want that sign to show up. Okay.
Yeah, you can see it over there.
He punched the dude in the stomach.
Well, this security guard's trying to shoo him away, but he's obviously got permission to be there. Because what happens is these guys walk around in the Monkey King costume and they'll pose for photos, but they ask for money.
That's right.
You know?
So basically, the only how do I say this diplomatically? The only thing in pop culture that China really has is Sun Wukong,
Yeah, the Monkey King.
the Monkey King.
The Journey to the West. Is,
Yeah, I shouldn't say this. The only pop culture mascot that you'll see in China is this. Am I not wrong?
No,
Am I wrong?
absolutely. Mostly, if you want to know about the interesting thing, the stories that kids talk about, or the one enduring myth, it's always this.
It's just
There's
this.
very few other. It's either that or it's the Three Kingdoms, or Red
yes.
Cliff or something. And recently that Nerja cartoon thing, which is very similar to this. Anyway,
Get into that.
let's move on.
I just love the thing on the wall.
Yes.
My fashion, my choice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
High-tech Chinese robot. We just wanted to show you this fantastic cleaning robot that's been released in China because China's living in the future.
China's #1 in robotics, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
let's
let's take a look. It's such a good job. I just wanted to point out that...
但确实在努力工作，看到没？
It's trying its best.
Yeah, I just wanted to point out that a lot of people are like, oh, it's probably just full, so that's why it's not picking up the leaves. So here's my counter to that.
Sure.
Is it that badly designed that it doesn't know? It doesn't know that it's full.
Yeah, you know
so
when you
it's
have a
just
shredder?
spreading the stuff around. Yeah.
When you have a shredder, it doesn't let you use it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, sorry, full.
Yeah.
So when it's full, it should stop spreading the leaves around and probably just stop and go back to its base station.
It's actually not doing anything.
No, it's just
you know what
just
it
for
did do?
Optics. What?
It took someone's job.
It did.
It literally took someone's job.
That's what the guy was saying.
Yes.
Because, he had a street sweeper. Ah, yes. Can you explain to everybody what this clip is?
This is inside of a taxi in China. This taxi is being heated with coal bricks. And this was funny to me because it happened to me.
Yeah.
I was riding in a taxi in northern China where it's cold.
It's freezing.
And there was quite literally a metal bin. It wasn't quite like this. It was like a metal bin with a coal brick burning in it. And you couldn't even breathe in there, dude.
Of course.
It was, they had to have a window open to let some of the air in.
Yes.
And so you have this ice cold breeze ripping inside the taxi and then coal brick smoke in your face.
It's pretty bad. I mean, you could die.
Yes.
If all the windows were closed. Yeah, but yeah, sometimes, necessity is the mother of all inventions. So, if you don't have a heater in your car because it's one of those funny electric tricycles, because that's usually what you're riding around
that's
in.
what I was in, yeah.
Yeah,
Even back then.
and it doesn't generate heat, so there's no heater.
Correct.
So what do? You just light a fire in a burn barrel in the back, basically.
I think, it's interesting that you said that because a lot of people probably don't understand that EVs natively don't have a heater.
No, of course
They
not.
natively don't have it. That's what an engine. When you
Yeah.
turn your heat on in your car,
Yeah, it's just
if you have a
waste-
gas car,
it's
it's
just
just
waste
waste
heat, yeah.
right? So if you have this e-bike tricycle like they have all over China, they don't have that.
There's
So
no
they-
heater.
I've been in this.
Yeah, it's
in
crazy.
Inner Mongolia.
Yeah. Just wanted to show everybody. It's kind of a cultural.
By the way,
Perk.
can you guys click like on this video? If you don't want carbon monoxide poisoning, please click like.
Yes. Now,
you
this
very much,
is
helps a
one
lot.
of my favorite things to talk about.
Okay.
Chinese TV.
Oh, this is also kind of in line with what we're about to talk about. Yeah.
But Chinese TV, guys, there's something about Chinese TV. It doesn't matter where you are in China. If you turn on the TV, like 90% of what you see are these War of the Resistance dramas, these fake war fantasies about killing Japanese people. I'm not even kidding. It's something that used to both really annoy and amuse me at the same time, because it doesn't matter where you are. You're walking outside a shop and they've got something on TV, it's always that. If you go into a hotel, you turn on the TV, it's always that. And you flip the channels and guess what? It's that on all the other channels. It's either like some news propaganda thing or it's like killing Japanese stuff, which is ridiculous, right? But it's absurd. It's comical.
Yes.
So here's a Chinese guy. He's actually complaining about this. And I've always wanted to show it to you guys because I never really recorded it. I took some photos and stuff, but I didn't sit down and record it. This guy did.
Okay.
So let's take a look.
打日本鬼子，打日本鬼子，
Changing channels.
打鬼子，打鬼子，广告，
Advert.
广告，
Advert.
打鬼子，
Kill the Japanese.
广告，打鬼子，打鬼子，打鬼子，打鬼子。
It's all that she knows.
Yes.
It's quite literally all that she knows.
Can you see that? It's just like, it is such a stupid thing that every channel the guy flips to, it's either kill the Japanese or an advert.
It quite literally is. This is Chinese pop culture. Can I
Yeah.
say something to someone in the
Sure.
audience? I'm not singling you out, but I'm just gonna rebuke.
Okay, sure.
King of Cringe says, "Huh? China has tons of pop culture." Ready for number one? Warring States period.
Didn't I just say that? Didn't I say
But
that?
is that pop culture?
No.
I think pop culture is Taylor Swift, not
Yeah.
the Warring States period of Chinese
That is
ancient
quite
history.
literally just
It's
historical. It's
ancient
like
history.
it's like saying we've got lots of pop culture.
culture.
World War II.
It's way more ancient. Though.
Yeah, it's like
we
Napoleon,
got tons-
Napoleonic Wars.
Yes, yeah. The Cossacks.
Yes,
You know
exactly.
what I mean?
Alexander the Great.
Number two. Ready for his other
Yeah,
example?
yeah.
Dynasty Warriors.
That's the same
the
thing.
same
I said
thing.
Sangguo.
It's from Sangguo.
It's from the warring stuff. You know.
Number three. Bruce Lee.
He's American. Hello.
Sorry.
Bruce Lee's American.
Number four, Jackie
Hong Kong.
Chan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan's from Hong Kong.
Okay. You could. That's negotiable.
Yeah, but not at the time. When he was born in Hong Kong, it was not part of China.
Lion and dragon dancers. How is that pop culture?
That's traditional culture. It's
That's
like saying
traditional
Santa
culture.
Claus.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, or like, I don't know, the nativity scene.
Yes, that's like the nativity scene. C-pop. Please tell me who listens to Chinese pop music outside of China. Please tell me. Other than, you get some random people that I like it, right? And last one is Genshin Impact. Okay, I'll give you
Yes.
Genshin Impact. You
But,
got one.
but Genshin Impact is actually very much
pop-
based on Japanese
Yeah,
anime
but it's-
and
I'll-
Japanese stuff. So
You can have
it's
that,
not
you can
its
have
own thing. It's
Yeah.
not its own flavor. It's
Sure.
like it's like an anime game.
I got you.
You know what I mean? Anyway, never mind. We'll do this one more time before we move on.
打日本鬼子，
Yeah, kill Japanese.
打日本鬼子，
Kill Japanese.
If you're listening, he's flipping
打鬼
through
子
TV
Yeah.
channels.
Kill
They're all
Japanese.
kill Japanese TV shows.
打鬼子，
Kill Japanese. Another one.
广告
Advert.
广告
Another advert.
打鬼子
Kill Japanese.
广告
Advert.
打鬼子
Kill Japanese.
打鬼子
Kill Japanese.
打鬼子
Kill Japanese.
打鬼子
Kill Japanese.
When you turn on Chinese TV, that's literally what it is.
That is now we can show you what it's really like.
If you don't want to kill the Japanese,
Of course
please-
not.
Please click like.
You know,
It really
it
helps.
was always very cringe because I've got some very good Japanese friends, and
Okay.
like when you're in China and you're with them and you're going around, you're eating at restaurants and things like that, and you see this stuff in the background, it's really like uncomfortable.
It is.
You know what I mean?
It's too much.
Because it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you ever watched any of those things, they are so absurd. Remember we did Revolutionary Fantasies?
Yes, we
actually
did.
had a segment, but we got hit with copyright so much
Yeah.
that we couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So they don't want the rest of the world to see it.
They don't want to see Da Ruben Guizi.
Yeah, they don't
Which,
want
by the
you
way,
to see
means
it.
kill the Japanese ghosts,
Yes.
which is like a racist term,
Yes,
which we would
yes.
never say. That's what they say.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway.
So a couple of interesting little clips going on here. You know, you're riding down the road. What's going to happen? Your brakes fail. I just like that she emerges like nothing
He comes
happened.
right out.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
I love it. I love it. That's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a happy ending.
yes.
She didn't get hurt.
Nope.
She's chilling. What do we got here?
Well, you know,
The classic traumatizing truck scene. I hear that in my sleep. That
yes.
That air horn.
It's terrible.
You know, after we lived in China over a decade, rode around the entire country.
What do you
on
do, by the
motorcycles.
way, if you're in an accident in China?
Oh, you just drive away.
Just drive away.
But that's what we saw all the time
Yeah.
too. That's what would happen.
Exactly.
The guy literally just drove away.
He just drove away.
Yeah.
He just caused the other truck to go off the road and crash. Anyway, we talked about Tung Hulu. I don't know
did.
if you guys remember. Yes, exactly. I remember that.
Some people were traumatized by your edits.
I don't know why.
Hold on,
It's just
I'll do
like-
a reenactment. Foods.
Yeah, foods. Exactly. Anyway, guys, we've got Tung Hulu on the back of a little trike thing being transported, and someone's going past. What do you think's going to happen?
I think they're gonna nab one.
It's like,
Thanks.
I like how he shows
he
it.
shows
He's like,
it.
hey, look what I got. Bye.
He steals it and then shows it. Don't you think you'd steal it and then kind of like slink off somewhere else? No.
Okay, we have a new public service announcement from the Chinese government.
Literally.
This is a public service
Yes.
announcement, and well, you're just gonna have to see it, I guess.
First off, this clip is to set the scene. Do you know what? Can you play it? When you're in China, oftentimes, I'd say half the time at least, you're going to be going to these sort of hole toilets where you
Well,
have to squat.
Yeah, especially if you leave the big cities.
Yes.
First of all, like in China, the majority of toilets are squat toilets.
Yes.
It's just literally a guy sitting on the toilet, squatting
Yes.
over a toilet. Okay. So anyway, this.
I won't show the rest.
No, I hope not.
I won't zoom down.
I hope not.
Yeah.
So anyway, you've got squat toilets everywhere, the majority of toilets.
Yes.
Okay, you can find Western-style toilets in hotels and in apartments
Sure.
and things. However, if you go outside of the cities, the majority of the toilets are long drops. It's basically just a hole in the ground, they dig a big pit, and there's nothing else to it.
It's shockingly disgusting.
I did a whole video when
Yeah.
we went on our
Yeah.
last trip. Every time we stopped, I'd film the bathrooms. Remember how bad it was?
Imagine like feet of shit.
Yes.
Like feet deep.
There was some of them where it was just like a concrete pedestal with a hole,
Yes.
like down a cliff.
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
wasn't even enclosed.
No.
There was just like a
It's
huge
kinda
mound.
actually scary.
There's a mound of turd on the side of the cliff down there. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to it here. So this
Yeah.
is a PSA because like there's a problem.
squat, yeah.
Yeah. You squat on the toilet. This is how it goes.
You think about life. Walked in on a guy playing Game Boy one time. Don't know
So,
why.
yeah.
Man. Yeah, this is what happens. Just play it.
Okay. Do you subtitle it?
No,
No,
this-
okay.
we're just gonna see what happens. A woman
Mm-hmm.
fell into her squat toilet, and it is
Oh, dude.
absolutely
No.
shocking.
Oh,
It's,
no.
it's every child's nightmare has come to life for this woman. Falling
Dude. Oh, no. That is just that is horrific.
And this is the kind of place where this happens. Please give a thumbs up if you thought that was something that you don't want to experience.
Yeah,
It helps
I
us
don't think anyone wants to fall into a long drop toilet,
But that's the
dude.
thing is like I said, a PSA, right?
Yeah.
The Chinese government has to, you know what's funny is it's at odds with China's like external propaganda.
Yeah.
The external propaganda claims that there are no toilets.
Oh, they had a toilet revolution, remember?
Yeah, Xi Jinping came up with a toilet revolution, I kid you not. And now you're not allowed to really show this kind of toilet.
No.
That to the outside world, that's actually a thing. And
But they had to actually release a public service announcement to be
did.
careful that you don't fall into your long drop.
They did. Because they exist. And they're a reality for hundreds of millions of people
Oh, absolutely.
every day.
Yeah.
Some horrible thing happened here.
Yeah. There was a big landslide in China, but
28 missing, so that means they died, right? Number two, when they report numbers, it's always wildly. Remember the Zhengzhou floods?
yes.
I mean, they underreported by maybe a magnitude
Thousands.
of 10,000.
Yeah, absolutely.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always underreported, but the interesting thing, I guess, is where this particular place, this landslide thing took place in Jinping. You think it was the west of Jinping? Perhaps?
It's, when people talk about mandate of heaven, like the whole empire is going to come down with natural disasters. That's like something that the Chinese government hates.
Yeah.
Because usually the end of an empire is when there's a ton of natural disasters.
Traditionally.
Now, when they happen in a place that has the same sounding name as your leader, it's
Yes.
a little auspicious, I think.
Yes, it's a little worrying.
Wonder if that one was covered up.
Yep. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, we've got a word before we get into the
do.
meat and potatoes. Speaking of healthy foods.
Yeah, foods. Yes. AG1. Proud to have AG1 as our sponsor. Something that we drink every single day.
Yes.
Takes seconds. We put it in a glass, spin it around with a spoon. You drink it. You've covered all your nutritional bases. Gut health has improved, at least for me.
Yeah.
Energy levels have improved for both
Absolutely.
of us. Right? What else
Yep.
can you say? How does it make you feel?
Well, it's gotten rid of some brain fog I used to have. So just
Fantastic.
you went away.
Absolutely
I
fantastic.
just obviously weren't getting the right kind of vitamins.
Absolutely. And I think it's really beneficial for people who do have a healthy diet, and especially for people that don't have a healthy diet, because you're covering every single nutritional base, vitamins, minerals, nutrients that you need for that day.
Yep.
So simple, so fast, so easy. We love it. We think it's fantastic. We think you should tell your friends about it. And if you go to drinkag1.com/ADV, you're also going to be helping the channel. It's never too late to create a new healthy habit for 2025. So try AG1 for yourself. It's something that we've been able to keep consistent, and that's why we've been partnering with AG1 for so long. AG1 is offering new subscribers a free $76 gift when you sign up. You'll get a welcome kit, a bottle of D3K2, 5 free travel packs in your first box. So make sure you check out drinkag1.com/ADV to get this offer. That's drinkag1.com/ADV to start your new year on a healthier note.
Absolutely. Thank you once again, AG1. By the way, where you see you swirl it around with a spoon or whatever. Do you also call those things twizzle sticks?
What's that?
It's like a specific tool for like swirling things around.
Oh, like in a cocktail?
Yeah, it's like a kind of like a bendy looking, straw looking thing.
I know what that is, yeah.
It's called a twizzle stick, I believe.
It probably is called that, yeah.
Okay, all right. Just thought maybe
I personally don't say that.
I just thought maybe in America you had another name for it, probably call it something kind of lame,
Because twizzle stick sounds great.
Yeah, you call it
That's
like
not lame.
a mixing rod or something.
And that would sounds better to me, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna call it
exactly.
a mixing rod.
All right, good.
All right.
Anyway, it's time for Beyond the Great Firewall. This is where we take something and translate it. You translate it for everybody. And what have we got this week? This is your segment.
So inside the Chinese internet, there's something that is going wild. I probably don't want the rest of the world to see.
Okay.
This panda's just chilling.
So we got a panda.
Yes, he's
Okay.
chilling. He's hanging out.
And
What do you think's going to happen to said panda?
it's hard to say.
Yeah. Well,
Let's find out. I'll get us out of there. What?
我靠，干嘛？ 我靠，干嘛？
I'll do a live translate there before we get into
Okay,
the
yeah.
aftermath.
What happened?
A man
Yes.
throws a bottle of cola.
Yeah, it looked like Pepsi.
Yeah, Pepsi. Okay, so I said cola.
Yeah.
Throws it at a panda and says, "F your mother."
To the panda.
To
He's
the
like,
panda.
F your mom, and threw it. Like,
At a panda.
this panda's just chilling out. He's not even doing anything wrong.
He's not even doing anything wrong. And the woman goes, "What the hell are you doing?"
Exactly. Well, I think that's everyone's reaction, right?
大家都高兴啊！
And now the panda's sad. I don't know if he made contact with it, but the panda's sad. But I love his defense.
Okay.
It's probably my favorite thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to give the panda a drink. Is that wrong? Yeah. Is it wrong for me to give the panda some Coke? I just love that because it's a nice gesture. If you didn't hurl an aluminum can, full of liquid at this thing.
No, I think to make this, he's full of shit. And I'll tell you why. Because he said F your mom when he threw it.
Is that what you do when you offer someone a drink? Oh, F your mom. How would you, are you thirsty? Are you parched? F your mom. It's so
I like
ridiculous.
how he does it back out of this.
Yeah, exactly.
What possessed this guy to get so mad at a stationary panda that's just sitting there being sweet and cute?
Yeah, I
and
mean,
he goes, I'm going to huck a bottle of cola at it.
I don't know.
And then I'm going to say F your mom.
Yes, as I throw it.
Because I hate this panda. You know what I think happened?
What?
He's been listening to the song a little too.
Oh, he probably has. Yeah, let's take a look. Silly guy.
So he goes in. He tries to defend himself. This guy's screwed.
Oh yeah, you don't do that kind of thing in
Remember
China.
they banned panda slander. Imagine throwing coke at
I don't know, but there are no animal abuse laws in China.
Yeah, but pandas are protected.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably listen to this too much.
Oh yeah.
All my homies hate those pandas.
Hope we didn't have
All my
enough.
homies hate those pandas.
I hope he didn't listen to that and then decide I'm gonna go huck this.
Yes.
You know what's funny is I had the exact same experience happen. Not me. I watched a man do this.
To a panda?
No, to a tiger.
A tiger.
I was in a Harbin Tiger Park in northern China, and they had this regarded looking liger that was just like
Oh, a liger, yeah.
There was this tiger pen. It's all water, and so the tigers go in there to like cool down the summer. And this guy literally, you could pay to throw live animals in there.
Yeah.
And the tigers, most of the time, are too bored. They get fed too much, right?
Yeah.
So you pay like 200 RMB and you can throw a live duck in there or a live cat or things like
Okay.
that, right? And, the typical entertainment you get
Yeah,
in China.
exactly. It's not very
Somehow foreigners
humane.
never take videos of
I know.
when they go on their paid tourism videos. Anyway, this guy, just like this guy,
Yeah.
typical like buzz cut dude,
Yeah.
like very low education level, walks up and he hucked a bottle of Pepsi into there, and the
what's a
tiger
bottle of
did
Pepsi?
go for that.
Oh, it
and
did?
bit through it and was chewing on the plastic. No one did a thing.
No.
No one did a thing.
Yeah, what a pity.
Yeah.
I'm kind of curious what's going on here.
Let's have a look.
First of all, I see a pit filled of those cheap plastic throwaway bowls that you get?
Yes,
With instant noodles at like cheap restaurants?
I do.
And then there's this bunch of junk on the floor. But what is happening?
Let's have a little look. I love the sounds of the grease in the people just getting rid of
Oh,
it.
yeah, of
I mean,
course.
this is how most of China is, outside of the propaganda videos.
Yes.
People just walk around throwing trash into pits or out their window.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is that this is a lot of times what the streets look like too. And people are like, oh, in those communist authoritarian countries, they keep things so clean. And that's absolutely untrue. If you
Yeah.
go outside the centers of tier 1 cities, they're an absolute wreck.
Correct. You have to get out of the center. Of course, when you land in Chengdu or in Chongqing or
Yeah.
Shenzhen or Beijing or Shanghai or whatever, Guangzhou, you're going to have your like pristine area where you get out of the airport or you get out of the train station, because that's what it's all about. It's about that first impression.
facade.
Yeah, it's a
Right.
facade.
That's what
Just get out a little bit.
Potemkin places do.
Yeah. And I mean, do you remember we came down that mountain? Okay, riding our motorcycles. We came down this mountain, and it was actually a really beautiful area. We're like, this is such a pretty area. We get down, and there was like a little village thing in the mountain. We stopped, and we bought from the shop, we bought some drinks. I can't remember what it was, like water or something. We drank them, and we asked, is there a rubbish bin anywhere here to throw it away? They're like, Swabian Rung. They were literally like, just throw it in the river there, or throw it here on the side. They just like Swabian Rung. I'm like, what?
Because this is what people do.
Yeah, I
right?
know, but we were trying to be nice. Like, oh, we don't want to.
We refuse to do
yeah,
that.
obviously we didn't do it. We didn't go throw
Especially
it in the
in
river.
nature.
Yeah.
You don't ruin nature.
No,
And
for
we're
sure.
bleeding heart like Westerners.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, so they throw the stuff and cover it with some dirt. It's
Yeah,
great,
so-
great for the land, by the way, to have plastic
It is.
dirt.
So what I wanted to say is that the justification for this behavior.
Yes.
When I see CCP shills, so
Yes.
remember these Westerners that always like put the Chinese government on a pedestal and they're like, they have everything sorted out.
Yeah.
The justification is they're keeping the unemployment rate low.
Oh, yeah, because it's
they
giving
hire
someone a
street
job.
cleaners,
Yeah.
right? So the street cleaners work for the sanitation department in this Communist Party, right?
Yeah.
So they're supposed to keep everything spick and span. So they'll go through there and you've given them a job. But number one, they're being replaced with those robots that don't do
Sure.
anything. And number two, do you want to see what the sanitation department does?
Sure.
Let's have a look.
Okay.
Once they pick up said garbage. Here's the
Oh.
sanitation department.
They just dump it in the
They dump it in the
river.
river.
Well, in the tree, they're creating a tree made of plastic packets over there. Lovely.
So that's nice.
Okay, guys, it's time for Slopaganda. It's my favorite part of the show. I put this together today, and today's not like one of those comedy ones. But it's really funny. Okay, so I'd like you to all pay attention, please, to this post that Eric Solheim put on Twitter, and it says, "Shall we call it a three-dimensional railway, China?" with the Chinese flag. All right.
Okay.
So who's Eric Solheim, first of all? Let's take a look at this guy, give him his accolades. He is a former Minister of Climate and the Environment of Norway.
Okay.
Right.
I see a UN flag behind him.
That's because he was also an executive director, or is also executive director of United Nations Environment Program, UNEP.
Okay, let's see what he's...
More like inept, if you ask me. This guy, by the way, we've put him on the show before. He is 100% a China shill.
Yes.
He is
At all costs.
in China's pocket. He only posts glowing things about China all the time, and it's ridiculous stuff.
Especially if you're the executive director of the UN Environment Program. The environment?
Also, he posts the same thing over and over.
Yes.
Remember that brain food thing or something? It's like, good for brain health, for the kids to sleep in class because they're so exhausted.
Which has nothing to do with the environment, by the way.
Yes.
So he posts Chinese
He
propaganda.
just posts Chinese propaganda. Okay.
That's always good to have someone in the UN that's just posting direct state
Oh, yeah, the
propaganda.
dude's a disgrace. He's an absolute disgrace. This person over here, Zhang Meifeng, okay, who's
Okay.
she? But she also says, shall we call it a three-dimensional railway?
I think you found a little trend
Hashtag
here.
China, hashtag China infrastructure.
Oh, now I see. Now I see.
So it's like, this is bragging about China's infrastructure. Who is she? She is the Consul General of the People's Republic of China in Belfast.
Okay.
Right?
So in
She's
Ireland?
part of the Chinese Communist Party. Okay, so she's a Communist Party CCP official.
She's the official.
So here you've got Shill Boy who works for the Chinese government
By
So
posting his...
I'll
their
put that in Minecraft
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
But like he literally just posts the junk, and you've got a Chinese communist official posting the same thing. This is to brag about China's infrastructure.
I would love to see China's infrastructure here. I want to see this three-dimensional train.
I'd like everybody to take a look at this video that they posted because it's a video.
So this is an official post.
Yeah, let's watch. Let's watch. Let's see. This, yeah.
What?
There are a couple of things.
A couple?
A couple of things. Okay.
What?
So, okay, all right. I'd like everybody to pay attention to the tunnels and
I'm sorry, this is from the Chinese Communist Party and Eric Solheim, a guy in the UN.
yes.
Okay.
They posted this as propaganda.
Yes.
Okay, wait, just look again. Look again now. Watch this.
You didn't speed that up.
I did speed it up so you can see how it's
So you can
moving
see-
around.
Oh, I see. Because, you can see how it's moving.
However, I think the most amazing part of this video
the shadow.
is, you have to pay attention to the water. Everybody,
Okay.
please watch the water,
Yes,
okay?
yes. On the left. Mm-hmm. Why are the waves coming? What is that?
Enhance. Enhance. Enhance.
It's a dragon. And then
It's going
you didn't
backwards.
reverse
No,
that.
this is how it is. It's going backwards.
While the trains go forward.
Yes. Oh, shall we call it a three-dimensional railway, China? Shall we call it a three-dimensional railway? Hashtag China infrastructure.
The tracks keep moving around.
Everything is a joke. This
This is the worst thing I've actually ever seen.
That dragon is nightmare
Pause it
fuel.
real quick. It really is. Can you play the one that we thought was worse?
Oh,
But
yes,
This
yes.
is worse.
Yeah. Yes. It's so dumb.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my
So-
life.
And it's a Chinese government official
And
and,
the UN. Bro, what timeline are we living
Dude,
in?
if the UN wants any credibility, have it talk to your Eric Solheim CCP shill and tell him to just shut the hell up, okay? Just
No,
stop
don't.
posting on Twitter.
I love this. There's literally a dragon
Yes.
going in forward and reverse while fake trains intersect each other through floating tunnels dancing
Yeah.
and waves coming out of some trees.
Yes.
It's really incredible.
It's really quite ridiculous. It is like someone who's on drugs, okay?
This is the funniest fucking thing I've ever
I
seen in
know.
my life.
I know.
This is insane.
Okay, but I wanted to show you how the Chinese government propaganda engine works. That's what slapaganda is all about, okay?
Dragon!
I know.
They didn't see it!
They didn't. Okay, so people have been posting this because this is what happens. Twitter or X has become a Chinese propaganda
It literally
amplification
is.
platform.
Yeah.
It's just there to amplify Chinese propaganda. Take a look. You got multiple people posting the exact same thing. Then you've got like this info door. China's three-dimensional railway highlights its advanced infrastructure and innovation while maintaining harmony with the natural environment. What natural environment? Dragons? Natural dragons?
Look at the tree is a tunnel. The top of a tree is a tunnel.
Yes.
The reference point doesn't even make sense.
I know, right? It's so stupid.
Those trains.
Look
What
at
are the
this.
size of those trains? Are they this big?
Oh, I mean, look here. Also, this thing, right? It's supposed to be like another bridge or something, but it's just randomly chopped off. You know,
they just
it's
cut.
just like what, and it floats around.
By the way,
Yeah.
although this is the worst fake shit I've ever seen in my life, even if let's just pretend they did a real version of this, it looks so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it looks miserable and polluted.
It
and
does.
gray.
Why did they think this was good?
What's the harmony here?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, like it doesn't stop there.
Where are these trains going, by the way, that they need to intersect out of a tree?
Yeah. I know.
You know what I mean?
It's so dumb. You've got multiple accounts. Like there are so many accounts posting the same
This
garbage.
is an official account, right?
Yeah, this one over here is the Daily CPEC, which is says breaking: three-dimensional railway in #China showcases its infrastructural development and innovation while preserving the natural environment.
You've just lost all credibility.
Yeah, this, by the way, this account is the #1 source on China-Pakistan economic something or other.
Oh, it's BRI, Belt and Road
Yeah,
Initiative.
says
This is
there.
Xi Jinping stuff.
It is BRI and World. Yeah,
This is
CPEC.
real official stuff.
Yeah, and they're putting this out. It doesn't end there. There's more.
I
Like,
just want to ask you a question.
yeah,
This is a three-dimensional railway, they said?
yes.
What is a normal railway then? Is it 2D? Is it Mario?
Yeah, again, it's 2D. You can't you can't even touch it or look around it. You try to look there and it disappears because of paper.
What?
I know.
The irony is this isn't 3D.
Dude, Twitter, unfortunately, X has become a massive platform for just blasting out Chinese propaganda, and
Yes.
that's the next part of this
Yes.
that I wanted to show you.
This is
Oh yeah, sorry, even more come. Okay, I just wanted to show you how many people have posted the same thing, because that's how it works. It gets posted by someone, and then the Chinese government says, okay, this is what we want people to post.
Oh yeah, sorry. Lawai James says verified. The dragon in the water was not added by the China show. We didn't. That's not
No.
a parody. I know we do parodies sometimes. That was in
No,
the clip.
that's in the. You can see it. You can see it in in these little like screenshots. You could go to Twitter X, and find all these people, and you can go look. It's there.
Yes.
It's so dumb.
Go there, find Eric Solheim's post, and just verify it for yourself.
Yeah, you can go see
If
by
you want
yourself.
to leave a comment, you do that.
Yeah,
on
that's
your own.
that's up to you. So anyway, do you know this woman?
I do.
Okay, let's see. I think. Sorry, let's get through this again. I think a lot of people might recognize her. Maybe recognize her voice too. Let's take a look. Here she is.
Yes.
Okay, her name is Mao Ning.
Moaning.
Yes, that's all she does is
What's she
moan all the
moaning
time.
about now?
You know, she's the foreign whatever press secretary type thing. She gets up
foreign
there.
spokes- foreign
yes,
ministry
foreign
spokesperson.
ministry spokesperson's the correct term. She gets up there and she's the one who's always like, the COVID-19 came from an American lab or whatever. You know,
Yes.
she'll be the one like America's to blame for everything. You know,
Correct.
that's
China
that.
is at the forefront of
Mm-hmm.
everything good in this world.
Yes, China's never done anything wrong, but America sucks. That type of
America
thing.
had slavery.
Yeah, that's exactly. That is her job.
Yes.
So she's just joined Twitter or X, and this is what she said.
But how?
Well,
It's illegal in China.
exactly. Well, we'll get to that. It says, excited to join X. Looking forward to sharing updates on China's foreign policy and relations and much beyond. Let's work together to foster understanding and friendship.
If this is the way, like the direction the world's going in, things are not good.
No, for sure. Well, I mean, I immediately when she posted this, it popped up on my feed. I was like, are you joking? So I said, why don't you allow Chinese citizens to use X? Hypocrisy at its finest. What's good for you isn't good for the people. Why do you treat the people of China so poorly? Why aren't they allowed to work together with and foster understanding with us Uiguren, us foreigners, basically? One thing that's very interesting is I want you guys to pay attention. My reply got almost the same amount of likes. I mean, it would be really nice if it got more likes than hers, but
Would that
she
not
has,
prove a point?
yeah, exactly. She got 1.7k likes for her first post. My reply got 1.5k likes, almost the same amount.
Wow.
It'd be excellent if it got ratioed somehow.
Excellent.
Yeah, it would. Anyway, the reason why this really makes me mad is I thought, okay, we're in a situation here where the Chinese government is allowed to freely use foreign platforms to blast their propaganda, and it's unchallenged.
Yeah.
Completely
Yep.
unchallenged.
In fact, Twitter removed government labels off
Yes.
of people.
Yeah, so it's completely unchallenged. You cannot go and put propaganda on Chinese social media.
Correct.
You're not allowed to.
You cannot.
It's censored.
Yes.
I cannot go into Chinese media on Weibo or something and say America is better than China for anything. I can't say that China is worse than America for anything.
No.
You know that? It's not possible. You can't do it. They'll block it. They'll ban it. They'll completely censor you. But they're allowed to come say whatever they want. So I thought, okay, benefit of the doubt. Let's see. She says she wants to work together with and foster friendship. Let's see the kind of things she's posting, right?
I pulled up your post. 1.5k likes. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
That's pretty good.
it's not bad.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, hopefully it can, hint a little hint to them to say you know what?
We suck.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's take a look at the kind of things she puts up. She puts up propaganda fluff about, the Chinese festivals and stuff, right? And,
Which is whatever.
yeah, but then she starts to put up things that are just critical of the West and, fluff pieces. I thought we should look at this
The air
particular
quality
thing.
in those cities that famously were so bad in Beijing, Shanghai, Shenzhen, it's now, better than in some Western cities.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Wait, excuse me?
I actually, I wanted to show everybody how propaganda works, okay? China is making the sky blue again. China is making the sky blue again.
Beijing,
okay?
Shanghai, Shenzhen, it's
high?
now, better than in some Western cities.
I like how the BBC politics put this out. Yeah. Air quality that was famously so bad in Chinese cities is now better than in some Western cities.
Which ones? Which ones?
Well, I thought we should take a look.
Okay. Yeah, let's
Because
look
this
right
is
now.
quite the claim, right? Energy boss Greg Jackson says the use of green energy, blah, blah, blah. So we just went today to the air quality thing. Let's take a look at Beijing. We actually did go to all the cities that he mentioned, okay, but we just use one for now. Beijing right now is 168, unhealthy.
Yeah.
Let's go to the notoriously bad American city, Los Angeles.
Okay.
Everybody
The
knows.
worst. It's the worst.
Yeah, it's the worst in America. It has, all that smog.
Yeah.
Let's see what Los Angeles is right now. Okay? It's 32, dude. So, okay, so these cities in China are now better than some Western cities. We looked. It's not true. We looked at the cities in China and compared them to Western cities. It's not true. This is China today at the whole map. You can see it's pretty much moderate, I'd say, to bad.
It's bad.
Yeah, you can see, as usual, Japan's green and yellow, and China's red. Let's look at the USA today, same day. It's all pretty much green. There's, you know what I mean?
I mean, that's like if you look at right now, historical data also proves this wrong.
Yes.
And I mean, if you're going to cherry pick and you're going to say Beijing's good, but then some Western cities, then tell us which one.
Yeah, tell us
because
which
we just
ones.
went around the whole world and China's worse than everywhere
We went to
except India.
Lisbon in Portugal, and we went to Norway. We went all over the place
See how this
looking.
works though?
Yeah.
It's so bullshit.
Yeah, so people looking in their feed, Now you've got this Chinese government official who's putting out this guy who's then being boosted again by BBC and everything, just making a claim. Hey, you know, now it's better than some Western cities. And people be like, oh, China's ahead of us in green tech. Whereas in reality, it's not true. China's cities are not. They don't have cleaner air than Western cities.
Terrible. You know, it's so unfair to Chinese people as well, because they have to suffer, quite literally suffer more than anywhere in the whole world.
Yeah. Can you read the little blurb underneath there?
Yeah, it says, according to data published by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, the Lancet Respiratory Medicine, and China is the country with the highest number of lung adenocarcinoma cases caused by environmental particulate matter pollution. In 2022, among more than the 110,000 male cases worldwide, 114,486, nearly 70% were from China. Chinese women's cases of lung adenocarcinoma due to air pollution also accounted for about 70% of the global cases.
Yeah, it's crazy because if you look at the numbers.
Just had a family member in China die. He was in his 50s. He died of lung cancer, never smoked a day in his life. Done.
I had an uncle who died of lung cancer. He smoked every day of his life.
Well, there we go. We have both sides of the coin.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, it's true. If you read this actual article, if you take a look up there, it says study points finger at China's air pollution as lung cancer cases in never smokers rise.
Yeah.
So people that have never smoked in their lives.
That's what I just said, yeah. Literally the other day, my uncle died.
They're dying of lung cancer. And the fact that out of 110,000 cases, 78,000 of them were from China. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stop this bullshit. I'm sorry, but stop trying to pretend that China's like better as far as green technology and clean air and stuff, because it's absolutely provably, demonstrably false. You know?
Yeah.
But guess what? The foreign ministry spokesperson for China is allowed to go on Twitter and spread this bullshit.
While all of China gets blocked off of Twitter.
Yeah. Isn't that just nonsense?
I am so tired. And I say this all the time. But it's like we're living in a world and society where truth doesn't matter anymore. Because isn't it crazy? Like, I feel like if 20 years ago, if you made the argument, it's like, that's weird that your government is on this website that you block.
Yeah.
And then you're talking on behalf of everybody. And then when faced with the question, why aren't they allowed to use it? Everyone just kind of accepts that as the fact.
Well, it's like if the Soviet Union was operating a radio station during the Cold War in America.
Yes.
That could just blast out propaganda.
Yes.
That's what's happening.
But everyone was listening to
Yes.
it.
Yeah. Now, take a look. I thought, let's look through some of her other posts here, okay? It's just like, oh, China's great. Look at our festivals. China's great. Look at our festivals. China's great. Look at our festivals. China's great. Look at our future technology with our spaceships and stuff. You know, like, China's amazing. Oh, what's this? U.S. tariffs are, what's that? Driving up prices.
For consumers and hurting and fueling corruption.
And then she's showing like dollar bills with blood on it. I'm sorry, but is this...
That was quick. It was quick going from like, let's eat some dumplings together.
Let's foster
to blood
understanding.
money. Yeah.
If this is what you call fostering understanding, which is basically, we are great, you suck. We are great, you suck.
Yes.
We're amazing, you're terrible. You are rubbish. You're the problem in the world and we're the solution. Is that fostering understanding?
No. Especially when your people can't even talk to the other people they're supposed to have mutual understanding with.
Yeah.
Because you block them.
Seriously. Okay, now I'm going to say something very controversial here. Okay? You know how Elon Musk is running the show more or less in America these days, or at least has a huge amount of influence. Let's just put it that way.
A lot of influence, yeah.
Elon Musk's mother is a spokeswoman for Chinese fashion brands and things, okay? She's got a lot of dealings with China. Elon Musk himself has his gigafactories in China. Elon Musk has a lot of dealings and a lot of interests in China. Elon Musk runs Twitter, which is now allowing Chinese government officials to run propaganda rampant everywhere. I think there's a conflict of interest here. Can I just say that? There is a conflict of interest when it comes to China's interests and American interests, because Elon Musk has so much sway over what's going on. We're seeing this unfair situation going on.
It's very
here.
one-sided right now.
It's very.
China is steamrolling the rest of the world in public opinion because they are an authoritarian country when I remember you, that has an 8 out of 100 on the Freedom Index.
Yes.
Can
I
block
remember
everything domestically.
Yeah.
And then go and fire hose cherry-pick propaganda while getting boosted by Western platforms.
Yeah.
While voices like us are pushed more and more and more down.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely insane.
Well, I mean, look, that's why we rely so much on the common sense of our audience
Yes.
and the intelligence of our audience.
Yeah.
Because, you guys know what's going on. But, we have to keep bringing this to light because it's actually quite ridiculous when you look at it this way.
It is.
You know?
It's just unfair.
No, it's completely unfair.
You shouldn't allow the Chinese government's Ministry of Propaganda to allow their foreign ministers
Yes.
to spout anti-American propaganda while limiting their citizens. It doesn't make any sense. It should be
Correct.
tit for tat.
Well, I just hope that my little reply to her initial post ratios the likes. It might draw a little bit of attention to it. So
Yeah.
let's hope that happens magically. Anyway, okay, just want to end that off. China's construction of coal-fired power plants reaches highest in a decade. Again,
To fly in the face of the whole China's using green energy thing.
Yes.
I just don't understand because, again, these intellectuals, these not scientists, these people that write these things to get on news sources, right?
Yeah.
And then use China as the pinnacle of green technology. China built more coal plants than everywhere in the world combined and then built more.
and is building even
And
more.
is building even more now.
So this whole idea that, China's really they're bringing the pollution down.
What are you
it's, like,
talking about?
Better than Western cities. Nonsense.
Look at the
you
map.
liar.
Look at
you
the map.
liar, yeah. That dude's such a liar. You know what I mean?
My gosh.
I'd like to have a drink with him one day and just ask him, what's it like being such a liar?
This is
You
a
frickin'
very-
liar.
this is a poignant
I'll be
question.
asking, I'll be like, what am I holding here in my hand? It'll be a beer. I'm like, no, you liar. I just put something that looks like beer in this cup.
Ah, you got him. You got him.
But he's just such a liar. I don't like liars.
Yeah, it's such
And I'm not
bullshit.
talking about the instrument.
It's such bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Stupid liar. Working for China liar. Soft power hour, guys. This is where we tell you how China's trying to change your mind. And this is an interesting thing that's going on. Now, of course, one thing we all know is that China is expanding into Africa.
Yes.
You want to talk about colonialism? This is neo-imperialism, neo-colonialism, all those bad words, all those things that people accuse the West of doing. So, unfortunately, with this comes a couple of drawbacks. All right? In many African countries, the education when it comes to understanding other cultures is not very great. All right? And we can see this over here. This guy's a blogger. He's walking around, and you've got the people
in Kenya.
Yeah, in Kenya, and the people are, they have a name for Chinese people in general. I don't
It's a
think
racist name.
Yeah, but I don't think it's malicious. I don't think they're maliciously saying that.
It's definitely like poking fun
Yeah.
for sure.
Anyway, let's just take a look at his video. It's subtitled.
Why you are taking photo? What's Chinchu? What's me? What's me? Uh-huh. Jumbo. Okay. Why you say Chinchu? What's Chinchu? It's not respect, okay? It's not respect. You know why I say Chinchu? What's Chinchu?
Don't say Xinchong, okay?
What's Chinchu? No Chinchu, okay? Why say Chinchu? Why say Chinchu? Respect Chinese, okay? Don't say Chinchu, okay?
Now, okay, I can empathize with this guy because walking around China, you would hear people always say "lao wai, lao wai," but that's okay. That just means like a foreigner. But sometimes they'd be like "gui lao," which is literally foreign ghost, which is
Devil,
a foreign devil, and that is a derogatory term. It's not nice when
Yes.
people are pointing at you and saying,
Yeah, it
"Hey,
sucks. I get it.
Hey, gui lao, hey, gui lao." But I never turned around to anyone in China and said, "Hey, you better respect me.
No.
You better respect us."
Yeah,
South Africans or us British people. I didn't do that.
No.
You know what I mean?
No.
This is where I lose sympathy for the guys when he starts to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, this is Kenya.
是的，这里是肯尼亚，这里是我旅行20多个国家，遇到辱华最严重的国家。
This is Xinjiang. This is Xinjiang.
这里也是中国援建机场、铁路后拖欠300多亿不愿还钱的肯。
This
Yeah.
is where it gets bad. So you
Yeah.
have some empathy in the beginning. I get it, right?
Yeah.
No one likes to be called names, especially racist
No, it's
names.
horrible.
But then you go in and start talking about how Kenya owes China billions of
And you
yen
start chasing
building-
children?
you're chasing children, and you're saying, "Hey, we're building railroads here. You
Respect
owe us.
us."
Respect us." It's very bad, especially at the end. What he says, you didn't
Okay.
finish it.
Oh, no, I haven't. So he says Kenya, which owes China over 30 billion yuan.
你啊，这期视频我会带你走
It's like, in this video, we'll take you into the real Kenya.
真实的肯尼亚，让你见识到什么叫做为
Did you
我的
see
狗
it? A dog that cannot be fed enough, a wolf cannot be raised.
That cannot be raised. That's not very nice. So yeah, I've lost all respect for this guy or
I
any
mean, that's so bad.
Yeah, any empathy I had for him, nah.
This has become a massive problem, by the way. This
Yeah.
is one tiny little slice of the imperialist videos we're seeing come out of Africa.
Yeah, we've been planning to cover this because we've uncovered a whole swath of really horrible things.
horrible stuff.
Yeah.
Horrible stuff. We don't want to get into it.
Yeah,
right
so at some point in the future, because obviously we need to pick and choose what we can show you guys. We don't want to,
now. Yeah, of course.
cause issues. But we'll cover it in the future. But we just this is kind of a lead up because we wanted to show you that how this guy really doesn't like any kind of discrimination, which is of course his right. Nobody should be
Correct.
discriminated against.
100% agree.
You know, but unfortunately in China it's quite normal to discriminate.
Yeah, and well accepted.
Yes, very
不
accepted.
熟的狼。
OK，
I just wanted to remind everybody what this was. This happened a while ago. There was a Chinese Basketball Association game in Guangzhou. Now, for
Yeah.
those of you who don't know who Guangzhou Canton, it's one of the first tier cities in China. So it's not like some backwater where you might get some hicks who are racist or something. It's literally one of the biggest, most important cities in China. And this was the Chinese Basketball Association.
Yes.
And they hired ex-NBA players, and they hired, in this case, you know, they hired an African-American. And I think their team lost or something, and this guy wasn't very happy, and this was his response.
Yeah.
And of course, there's no problem. I mean, it didn't get into any trouble or anything for doing this.
No.
You know, it was just posted around. Everyone's having a laugh, you know?
Hey, why can't we go in? Why can't we go in?
他就问他们为什么不能进。
抱歉，我们这边那个也是街道部门，我们这边现在是接待不了外国人。
Pause that real quick. We're not allowed to let foreigners enter.
Yeah.
Is that called Chinese manners? I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, let's find that, yeah.
That's right.
Yep.
对，上级通知我们也没办法，对吧？
刚刚说了，
Let's see.
他说老板不让外国人进，什么意思？
Yeah, this is a thing. So,
Because they don't like black people in. Oh, he just said it in Chinese. We don't let black. My boss told me not to let black. He said it.
My family is inside.
so I mean, we've covered this kind of thing in the past, but when push comes to shove, foreigners are barred out of things. Like specifically during COVID, all foreigners were seen as a source of the disease and were completely like banned from going into gyms,
Yep.
banned from going into restaurants, banned from going into public places, and very heavily discriminated against. Doesn't matter where you're from. You're just a foreigner. Even if you've lived in China your entire life and you have a Chinese family.
Get a test.
Yeah, just like this woman here who has a Chinese family. They didn't let her sit in the restaurant with her Chinese husband and half Chinese daughter. She had to sit outside like a dog.
Eating lunch because they are Chinese. They can eat outside, but now I need to stay outside because I'm a foreigner. See, they even give me a bowl. First, I was sitting outside next to the trash because they didn't let me inside, but now they just gave me a chair outside so I can sit. So my husband is giving me food.
I gotta say, you married the wrong dude if he's gonna allow that to happen. You know, I'm sorry, but if I ever came across a situation like that, I wouldn't go in.
No, you would take your business elsewhere.
Yeah, I would be, well, if you're not gonna let my wife in the door, I'm not coming in.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Just saying.
Not very good Valentine's Day spirit.
No.
The thing is, this is just a great. We're getting to the signs in a second.
Yeah.
Signs in a second. you have to understand that
Mm-hmm.
when you support the Chinese government, you support behavior like this.
Yeah.
And this is something they're trying so desperately to cover up right now because they're dying for tourism.
Correct.
And you're seeing all these YouTubers go there and compromise their morals.
All
by
the
supporting
22nd
this.
floorers.
Yes.
Isn't that what we're calling them?
Yes, compromise their morals for a paycheck,
Yeah.
right? And this is the discrimination that people can face in China,
Yeah.
and oftentimes do.
Exactly. You know, like the time when, you know, the McDonald's in China wasn't allowing black people inside.
Was it a Burger King or McDonald's?
It was a McDonald's. Yeah.
okay.
We've been informed that from now on, black people are not allowed to enter the restaurant.
I mean, this is not a joke.
No,
This is not a joke.
no. This
is
was
China.
You know, a black guy filmed this because he tried to go to McDonald's and he was like told no. He was handed this like thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. So you have to go to the police. That's it. Sorry. Per the government's requirement, we currently cannot allow foreign visitors to enter the park. You know, it's this kind of thing. We do not accept foreign friends and people whose temperature is above a 37.3 temporarily. So no foreigners allowed, even if you don't have a temperature or anything. But now here's a new clip that's just come out. And this is what you find quite often in China. They pop up all over the place. And what does this
This is
say?
new.
This is new. This is from last week.
It says, "Welcome to our restaurant." And this is, by the way, pause this real quick. This
Yeah.
is what China doesn't want us to understand.
Yes.
And people that can that go to China, they want to run this simultaneous community where they have everyone hate outsiders, but then pretend like to the rest of the world that they're nice.
And you know what? The language barrier aids in this phenomenally. And that's the thing. You can walk around and be like, whoa, China's so amazing. It's incredible looking at the lights while someone's literally calling you a foreign dog next to you and you wouldn't know, right? You're like, oh, look at that lovely old man speaking Chinese. I wonder what he's saying. Is that a poem? What a wonderful poem. How come I never heard it before? You know?
That's the thing, is that this is the situation we're in because the government encourages the xenophobia.
Yes.
They actually stoke it
Yes.
because they need nationalism. They need to cut off their populace in case a war happens, right?
Yes, correct.
They want to cut everything off. And at the same time, they need that foreign income.
Correct.
Yeah.
So, I mean, let's see what it says. I'll get us out of here so you can read the subtitles. It says there, you know, welcome to our shop. It says
Americans.
Americans, Japanese,
and Jews.
Oh, and
Sorry,
Jews.
yeah,
Yo
it's cut
Tyron.
off there.
It's cut off. Yeah.
Yo Tyron, it says
Yeah.
up on the left.
Yeah.
Yo Tyron, Jews and animals are not allowed to enter.
So wait, Americans,
Yes.
Japanese,
Yes.
Jews,
Yes.
and animals are not allowed to enter.
Correct.
That's very nice of them.
Military and civilians unite.
Yes,
Civil military fusion.
Yes, military and civilians unite.
Let us work together to strengthen our national defense. This woman thinks this is very funny.
Oh yeah, I mean it's just like.
I mean, if you're gonna clip
hilarious.
something out of the show, do the next part. Played it again. Just get us out of there real quick. If you want to
Okay.
post this on your social media, this is China in 2025.
Yes.
This is the sentiment on the ground. This is what the government's promoting that people do.
Mm-hmm.
And they want no one to understand this. You know when
Yes.
you see those videos, like they're shocked that I understood their language.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
This is what you should be shocked at. You should be shocked at this.
I'd say so. And I mean, like, it's not very welcoming. I'll give you that much. I don't like the idea that, you know, it doesn't pertain to me. I'm neither American
I was
or.
just about to say, you know
Yeah,
what? I'm going to starve outside like
Yeah.
that woman.
Yes,
You're
I'm
be able
going to go
in.
inside. I'll be like, don't worry, guys, I'm not American. And I mean, we bring this story up all the time, but that
Yes.
saved our ass one
It did,
time.
it did.
There were literally a bunch of these really like shady thugs in Harbin came up to us while we were filming our documentary, and they asked, "Where are you from?" And because I answered first, I said, 我是英国人, I'm British, which is it's so much easier than explaining why I'm white because I'm from South Africa. So I just say I'm
Yes.
British because I am half British anyway.
Right.
So I just say I'm British. And they actually said, good, because if you said you were American, we would have beat you up. And you were just about to say like, oh, you were about to say that. You were about to say I'm American before they were like.
And they would have kicked
yeah,
our ass.
Yeah, they would have
There was-
kicked
they
our
were
asses.
huge.
Yeah, exactly. Like Chinese ox.
Yes,
That
they're like
type of thing.
Chinese ox, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that saved our ass one time.
Yeah, it
Interesting.
did. That's happened many times, by the way, but that was particularly hairy because they were actual gangsters.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, but there we go. So it's like, no Americans.
Welcome to our restaurant. I'll say it again. Americans, Japanese, Jews, and animals are not allowed. Military and civilians unite. Let's work together to strengthen national defense. This is what restaurants in China put on their signs.
Yes. So we thought we'd just show a couple of examples of when this has happened, of being caught on camera in the past. Warm congratulations to the United States on the epidemic and wish Japan a smooth and long-lasting epidemic. This is when COVID broke out in America.
They were wishing America and Japan to die of COVID.
Yes.
Yes.
And this
In their to promote their restaurant.
This is like a great way to promote your restaurant. The problem is that the government encourages this through the propaganda, through the TV, through everything. I mean, why would you not wish a long death on Japan after watching every channel on the TV killing Japanese all day?
See, you know, like the foreign ministry spokeswoman, like Mao Ning and stuff, this is her job, is to say, look, we should all get along with each other. And the leadership here in America seems to love this stuff. They're like, well, let's work together and start cooperation and stuff. But this is actually what they're doing behind the scenes. And again, the people didn't come up with this organically.
No.
They've been told all day in Chinese that you don't understand probably to hate everyone. See how this works?
And the problem is they do this for a reason. I shouldn't say the problem. The reason why they do this is to get patriotic customers. Because you know what? A dude will be walking down the street and be like, yeah, screw those Japanese and Americans. I'm going to go eat here because I believe in my country and I believe in China and we're better than them. So you get my business. You know, that's pretty much what it's for. There's no other reason why you'd put that up as a promotion for your restaurant, right?
If you think this is disgusting and horrible, please give this video a thumbs up.
Yes, please do.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we got a few more. Japanese people and American dogs are not allowed to enter.
I would like to analyze this one real quick. Take us out so we can prove that that's what it says.
Okay.
It says Ribbon Ren, so it says Japanese people.
Yes, Japanese
But Americans, it says Meiguo Gao, which means American dog. So at least they actually elevated Japanese above Americans this time, which is rare.
Well, maybe.
They made them
Are
people.
there any specific breeds of dog that are American breeds?
I mean, yeah,
Like
Alaskan
what?
Eskimo and
Oh, I suppose it is from Alaska. Alaska.
What's it? Bull. What's that? Pit bull.
A pit bull?
Yeah.
Is that American?
Pit bull. Yeah, like what is that? Staffordshire Terrier. Yeah.
Really? That
think
doesn't sound American. Staffordshire sounds like a
American-
freaking British name if ever I heard it.
Dog breeds. Let's see. American dog breeds.
You better find
American Foxhound.
Okay, that's
American
nice.
Eskimo.
So,
Red Terrier,
what is a
Bulldog.
Staffordshire? Can you even spell that?
Staffordshire Terrier. Yeah.
Can you?
Staffordshire Terrier.
That is the most British sounding name ever. Staffordshire. May as well be Avon upon something.
Yeah, there's an American.
That's not an American breed.
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, but that's the American Staffordshire.
Correct. That's what I was talking about.
Oh,
No,
you were.
These are what people say are pit
all right.
bulls,
Okay,
you know what I
fine.
mean?
Yeah, fine. It's
It's a pit bull.
I get you.
Anyway, what are we
Yeah.
talking about here? Let's get back
I was
on
just
topic.
wondering if you couldn't take your American breed of dog in there, but you could take like a different breed.
Oh, I see. Oh, Mexico.
Exactly.
Yeah, I could walk in as an American and be like, I'm not a dog.
Yeah, exactly,
right?
exactly.
I could
Yeah.
bring in a dog, though. Yeah,
Yeah.
I have like a Shiba Inu or something.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Oh, no, but that's Japanese.
Yeah, you could.
Tricky.
Oh, but that's not a person though. So
This
you
is
could,
true.
So you could take in a Japanese dog
Yes.
as an American.
Could you take in Doc the Bounty Hunter?
Maybe.
That's the real test.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is definitely in a Meiguo Go. Okay, so again, this is, you can see it here on the sandwich board here on the side. It says Japanese people and American dogs are not allowed to enter.
I do
Which-
think that is a great loophole we found, is that you just can't bring in an American breed of dog.
Yes, and you can't go in as a Japanese person. So if you're an American and you've got a Japanese breed of dog, you're happy. Like, you can go.
Yes.
Anyway, we're making light of this, but this is pretty disturbing.
Yeah.
Can you imagine a sign similar in America in this day, in this day and age, in this world that we live in right now, that says something like, insert your nationality, dogs not allowed to enter?
Absolutely not. And guess what?
What?
This is the craziest part of this, is that sometimes people in the comments will be like, oh, based, because they like when people are discriminatory for some reason.
Sure.
Some people like that because they're weirdos. Now imagine this. They might think China just doesn't have political correctness so they can do this kind of stuff. But let me flip this on its head. If the same Chinese person that hung up this sign, this no Japanese people and American dogs, this racist sign, if they saw a sign in a different country that said no Chinese people allowed, they would get on live stream and they would make the biggest conniption you've ever seen in your life. And they do. That's my point. Is it's not like they wouldn't laugh it off. They would freak out and do political correctness out the wazoo.
Exactly. Now, I know that in Japan, some places say no foreigners allowed, but they don't say no foreign dogs.
Yes.
They just say no foreigners allowed. They'll say no Chinese people allowed. They don't say no foreign Chinese dogs. They just say that, right?
Well, and when that does happen, Chinese people have a connection.
They go crazy and they go tear it down. They call the police. They make a huge scene. They've been a couple of times.
You know what I would do, by the way?
What?
If I saw this sign, I would walk up there and I'd say, "Come and lick my white neck."
Do I even have that as a soundbite? I feel like I do.
Come and lick my white neck.
Dude.
Come and lick my white neck.
Okay.
That was on Chinese state media, by the way. I would never say that.
No.
Because I don't even know what that means.
Anyway, just wanted to point out this is a real thing. These signs in China.
For real.
This shop does not receive the Japanese, the Philippines, the Vietnamese, and dog.
Wow, they're really going.
That was in Beijing, by the way. This particular, the capital.
You know what's my favorite part about that is you could bring multiple dogs. Just not dog.
Yeah.
You know, you can't have a singular dog. They didn't pluralize it.
It may not receive dog, but it might serve it.
Before you guys think that that's a little dicey, we in our last episode updated you on the dog restaurant map where we found tens of thousands of dog meat restaurants currently registered on Baidu Maps.
Yes, in
that
China.
You can find right now. Tens of thousands.
Yeah. You go find them. Anyway, this was a club in Guangzhou. Decline foreigners. You know, as you can see, it says there, Wai Guoren. There's not allowed to come in there. This is your usual thing. And, you know,
Koreans catching some strays.
Yeah, this was probably during that whole THAAD, the missile thing. You know, here's the thing. If you're one of those like, whoa, look, it's the ground floor, but actually we're on the 22nd. When you walk past this sign, you don't know what it says. You might think it says no smoking.
True.
You know what I mean?
Got 22nd floors walking around on their paid tours around China, and they're not reading this stuff.
Yeah.
And their tour guide's not reading it to them. And they're basically putting those horse blinders?
This is a bus, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
but they don't, you don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know, except for those ones that had English on them.
Exactly, yeah. I'm just saying, like, you know, you really have to understand a place, live in a place, learn the language before you really know what's going on.
That's true.
And every place has its garbage, right? There's racism in America. There's racism and this kind of garbage pretty much everywhere you go. But the difference is there's no pushback against it in China.
And it's so overt and accepted.
Yeah.
Right? It's just it's so much more.
Well, that's
There's so much more.
When you turn on the TV, kill Japanese, kill Japanese, kill. What do you expect? If you put up a sign that says like no Japanese allowed, everyone's going to be like, yeah, exactly.
Yep.
You know, because that's what they're told all day, right? The Japanese people are terrible and bad. So yeah, that's kind of where we're going with this. Is the signs in China, they don't want you to be able to see it.
Except for this one, which is somehow in English.
Well, that's why this one is a pretty well-known example.
Oh,
I grabbed
people,
this one.
they would definitely.
Japanese and dogs are forbidden. Okay, that's the way it is. Oh yeah, what's this?
This is wild. This is. By the way, guys, you're gonna want to see this segment. Some wild stuff going down in China.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now.
So when you're traveling down a tunnel, there's something going on. I wonder what it is. Maybe pull over? At least this guy's slowing down.
Battery goes pop. Battery goes pop.
Dude, there's a guy. There's
a guy walking. I know.
A maintenance guy on the side there. He must have really gotten a fright. He's just like, okay. Yeah.
So check this out.
Yeah.
This was actually going to be our main topic. We were going back and forth.
Yes.
There are so many horrible quality Chinese products on the market right now that you can buy in Temu or Shein or any of these places, right?
Yes.
And they could be shipped to your door, and you could be a victim of this because there's no quality control. And what makes this worse is that prior to this, like bad quality meant maybe it had some lead in the paint or something. Now everything comes with lithium-ion batteries, which make everything so much more dangerous because of the lack of regulation in China.
Yes.
So look at this door lock.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out. You know, if you when I came to America, I thought, hey, at least if I buy something here, there's some kind of regulatory body that's looking over it, to make sure it's not poison or something not going to explode. But when Temu and Shane and this kind of thing came along, that's not the case anymore because of de minimis. They put it in a package. It doesn't even get checked by customs. So they could actually...
There's a potential it doesn't,
Yeah, most of the time it won't because there's millions of these packages coming in a day. They can't do it, right?
Yeah, correct.
So they could put drugs in there. They could put counterfeit stuff that could kill me. They can put explosives. It doesn't matter because it just comes through here and it comes to my door.
It does.
It's pretty worrying. Anyway, this is one of those electronic locks. And this is the kind of thing that's quite popular in China. It's got a lithium-ion battery
Becoming
in it.
more popular here too.
Yeah. You've got an app so you can unlock your door remotely or you can let someone in or something like that, that type of thing.
There's definitely no way to exploit that.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, you get the dumber ones that don't connect and they just have a password or whatever or a fingerprint scanner or something. But in this case, the battery in this door lock, which was obviously like a cheap one that you would something similar to what you'd buy on Temu.
And we want you to pay attention to the stuff we cover today to see if you have any of these items in your house.
Yes. Do you have a cheap electronic lock that you bought from China that has a lithium-ion battery? Because I know, look, some of these they take like AA batteries. That's fine. You don't need to worry about that. But if it's like some unknown Xiaolongjing brand or something, XX92, you might want to reconsider using it.
Yeah.
See, this thing exploded, as you can see there.
着火，门上密码门这个锂电池着火啊，把整个房子都烧成这个样子了。
Burn the whole apartment.
Yep.
Torched it.
just
Do you
ruined.
guys have this stuff in your house?
Yeah.
Check it out. Make sure you don't have... What about this? Do you guys have lithium-ion earbuds?
Well, they all are.
Yes.
All of these, like anything
I'm not
that's...
talking about Apple ones,
yeah.
though.
Like those free 99, like,
Temu.
we can't sell these. No one wants to buy them. Knock the boxes down type. Get
Those
your,
ads,
free 99 earbuds.
You guys have these?
Yeah, you better be very careful. Imagine that happen when it's in your ear.
Because it can.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, true. This is definitely what you don't want, I assure. Sorry.
This is definitely what you want, I assure.
Let's get back to it. Okay, so...
By the way...
Yes.
It's not always lithium-ion batteries that set fires in China. In fact, oftentimes it's just some kids.
Yeah, just some kids.
Burning propaganda signs.
Yeah, I mean, you always had that... You always have those kids who like to play with matches. Did you have that growing up?
Oh, yeah. I mean, kids did that. But the thing is, in China, there's so much stuff they can catch on fire, like these lifts that they never finish building.
Yeah, they always
leave them like this.
Yeah, because, during the construction of the apartment buildings, they use the elevators, obviously, to take building materials up and down. So in order to protect them, they put up these boards.
Yes.
But like you say, they never take them down.
Yes.
They just stay up there. I should probably get us out of here so people can see. He's like setting the advertised thing on the wall on fire.
There will be no consequences, right? It'll go out.
Oh, yeah, sure. I like how he makes it better, bigger.
Yeah,
he likes
he
more.
wants to finish the job.
Yeah, he's like, oh, that's so fascinating.
Can we count this as Ruin Nation?
I think we can count this as Ruin
Okay.
Nation. Yeah. He's like, cool, right, cheers, I'm done. Nice.
There she goes.
Yeah.
There she goes.
Yeah.
There it goes.
That's correct. And there's the aftermath. That's the elevator afterwards.
Oh, dang. Somebody says, bro, why does the little kid have a lighter? Oh, welcome to China where little kids have scalpels. Box cutters?
Yeah.
They carry those around. They carry lighters.
Lighters, yeah, for sure.
Yep.
Don't forget, pretty much, a huge portion of the population smoke. So their dad has probably got like 10 lighters lying around the house anyway.
Yeah.
And they can just go buy one for like cents down at the shop. So this was quite a fascinating fire that happened about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And what happened was there was an old dude who was storing his cardboard boxes and stuff that he collected for recycling. And he was storing them all at the, in the stairwell.
Mm-hmm.
And, who knows what caught fire or how it caught fire, but they did catch fire.
You know how? They burn frickin' offerings in the hallways.
Yes. And especially in the stairwells.
They literally do that.
Yeah.
all the time.
Yes,
and there'll be smoke billowing, and you walk up the stairs, and you're like, "Aye, please don't do that."
Yeah.
Old ladies will be burning like paper money to the gods or whatever.
Yeah, they do it in the stairwell.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Or to the Mao.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this was the result of that, but it's quite the image to see just the stairwell on fire like that, you know?
Wes Downer says, "I wonder if this is really live."
Yes.
I think you just got your answer, my friend.
Yeah, exactly. Of course it's live. We only do live shows. But yeah, that's quite the epic fire.
Yeah, that's wild. There was a lot of ruination as well.
Yes.
This can be counted as ruination. You know, I need a little AI 5G expertise.
Oh yeah, I'll give you that. And the reason we're saying that this is a cell phone tower.
Yeah.
You know what I quite like is when they disguise them as trees.
I do like that.
You know,
that is great.
because it doesn't look gross like this one.
Not at all.
This actually just looks like a smokestack.
Well, it became a smokestack.
It became
this
a smokestack.
is a 5G tower. You know how everyone was like, 5G towers are going to make us like freaking melt our brains or whatever?
Yeah, exactly.
This one is, because it's actually on fire.
I think the 5G towers are supposed to activate nano machines in vaccines or something.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
I totally forgot.
Yeah, exactly.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're on the same page.
Anyway, let's take a look. So this thing is on fire. Look, you see the fire. And there's the kid putting the firework in there.
Can I see that again?
Yeah, sure.
Was that after he realized what he's done?
Yes, because I mean, like, here's the thing: probably keep the maintenance hatches closed. Don't leave them open. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's like, whoa. But yeah, he's just out of there.
So, wow, he set the whole thing up.
Yeah, look at that. And this was a storage depot.
Yeah.
That was a railway storage depot.
Yes.
As you can see, this was just from the other day. It was on the 10th.
This
so 4
has
days
been
ago.
happening. Why? We actually had to cut out 10 of these.
Yeah, we had so much material. This show would have gone on for 3 hours if we tried to put it all in.
In the amount of factory fires right now, remember Ruin Nation we told you about? It's this catchphrase going around in China called Ruin Nation. It's this idea that people are sabotaging China by themselves.
Yes.
Because they can't get paid. Their wages aren't getting paid to them, but they're still working grueling hours.
Yes.
There's no social safety net, unlike what you heard on Xiaohongshu on Red Note.
Red Note. Little Red Book.
Little Red Book. People are not getting any compensation, so they're setting their factories to work.
Yeah, here's a factory on fire over here. Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
It's crazy what's happening right now.
Yeah, here's another one. This is also from 4 days ago. Isn't it interesting that this happened on the same day as that railway depot?
Well, dude, a lot of them did. Like I said, about 10 we cut out of the show.
Yeah, but all on the same day.
Yes.
Makes you think there may have been a coordinated effort.
It sounds like it. It certainly sounds like it. It feels like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, people are fed up. They're like, you know what? Place of work, bye. You're not going to pay me? Bye. Chinese government's not going to take care of me? Bye.
There has been a lot of this not being paid wages for 6 months type situation.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
This is another one. This is different. Isn't it?
Yes. Like I said, I literally I moved 10 of them to another timeline.
And this is also on the 10th.
I know.
Also 4 days ago.
I moved 10 of them to another timeline because there's too many.
I wonder if it's an auspicious day or something.
Yeah, true.
It's kind of insane. Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing this and we've been covering this type of thing on the show now for a long time, but these factory fires and just fires of businesses and buildings and stuff, it's crazy in China.
Sure.
It's the type of thing that would have made international news if it had happened
For
in,
sure. That's
in New
sushi
York.
as well, by the way. That's Zhejiang sushi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
you know, if the same thing had happened in America somewhere, it would be all over the news. China would be using it as propaganda to say, look how bad American, responses are or something.
Yeah, oh, for sure. This would be all over the place. Like if there was one, but there was like 10.
Yeah.
If there was one in America, they'd be like, look at this is the end of America, doomed.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's just because of the tight control they have over the news, nobody sees this.
Yes.
And none of you guys out there probably know about these fires until now anyway, right? You didn't hear about them. They happened 4 days ago.
Yeah.
All over China. Big fires, massive ones. This
That's
is not
true.
small. Factories burning down.
Yeah.
Railway depots. Oh, What do we got?
It's a bollard report. So do you remember China was having mass attacks where people are running over people? It's super grim, super scary,
Yes,
super
yes.
sad. They're getting in their cars, just running people over left and right all over the place. Happens almost every day all over China. It's got to be such a problem that they've been putting up bollards.
Everywhere.
Which a lot of them are fake, by the way.
Yes, as you can see, like this one, it's just fiberglass.
So we wanted to bring you another bollard report.
Okay, let's get out of here for the bollard report.
Bollard.
Today's bollard report, we have a out-of-control vehicle sliding, and
Oh,
it
it
hit
hit-
2 bollards.
And the bollards kind of stopped
They
them.
kind of worked.
But they went flying.
We wanted to ask you, what is happening afterwards? The guy spazzes out.
He just runs
and
all
he
the way in.
Runs into the building, right?
Yeah.
But then watch the car.
Okay. Someone gets
Another
out.
guy, yeah, another guy gets out, right?
Yeah.
And he runs over to
Wait, no, they're trading places.
Yeah, they're
it's
trading
like cricket.
places. And then one guy's like, I gotta roll this ball. He gives up immediately. Can you go back to that for a second? I kind of want to give dialogue to that.
Yeah, I'd like to. I'll get us in there. By the way, I love this new bollard report
Oh, thanks.
intro
Appreciate it.
with the Mienbaoche. This, by the way, you can take a look at the date. That Mienbaoche, that bread
Yeah,
van,
this is the other day.
that was 5 days ago.
Yes.
5 days ago. Dude's sitting around chilling. It was the day before this fire. Maybe this is what was the final
Yeah,
straw for him.
Potentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't think about that.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to.
Bollard. Bollard.
Okay.
So slides into bollard.
2 of them.
Two
Bam.
of them. You think, okay, you drive away, or you try to figure out what's going on. You call it in. Guy runs out
Yeah,
into
he's
the
like-
building. He goes, I gotta tell something about this. I gotta tell someone. Oh, what have we done? Runs in, goes inside the building, and then man gets out of the driver's seat, and goes, I gotta go tell someone about this too.
Yeah.
What is happening?
It's bizarre.
It's so weird to me.
Yeah. It's very, very strange. This was an interesting bollard report. Oh, by the way, this is what you may have missed if you were not part of our VIP show on Monday.
Calling that old woman a turkey?
She sounds like a turkey
sounds like
goblin.
she's
I'm sorry,
gobbling.
but it just,
No,
in
she
my mind,
sounds like
it's just
she's
like...
gobbling.
I need Mount's toilet.
I need Mount's toilet. 44值
What a wonderful sight. How come I've never seen it before? It looks bloody awful.
Actually,
You know what I'm
he
saying?
paused it there. I just want to look at that. That's actually a nightmare.
I'm getting a lot of nostalgia looking at
It's
this.
like bad nostalgia,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
bad.
nostalgia.
It's bad nostalgia.
Bad-
Look at that pile of trash once again. Someone is living in that pile of trash. Yeah, so that was fun.
Yes.
You know what we did is recently Changsha has become, like Chongqing, we did a thing about the 22nd
Yeah.
floor. Changsha looks like it might be the next city that they're trying to push real
does.
hard.
It's such a shithole, by
It's
the way.
yes.
Chinese people reached
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
out. We have a couple Chinese subscribers, and they reached out and they're like, "Thanks for talking about Changsha. It's a shithole."
Yeah, yeah. So we decided, okay, how about this? We're going to go onto Baidu Maps, equivalent of Google
Yes.
Maps, do the street view. Let's go around Changsha.
Completely random.
Random spots. And you saw some of the examples. They were like, this place isn't that great.
No, and we've been there.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
we know that they're going to show a bunch of propaganda, and we
Mm.
know it's going to be bullshit, cherry picked city center stuff. So we literally dropped pins around Baidu Maps and looked
Yeah.
at up to date recent imagery of the city.
And we've been there. So
Yes.
it's exactly like we remember. Nothing has changed.
It's a series of what we do on our Patreon called What China Really Looks Like.
Yeah.
Which is really fun.
Yes.
By the way, it's what you guys voted for. If you go to patreon.com/ADV podcast, you'll get access to over 100 episodes of what we've done on our secret show called Xiaoban Ho.
Yeah.
We cover topics that you guys vote on. We chill out with you guys. We have live Q&As. It's the most fun thing all week.
Yes.
It is
it's so much
currently
fun.
half price
Mhm.
if you want to sign up. You need to lock yourself in before it goes back up eventually.
Mhm.
And you want to be part of this, I guarantee you. This I assure you.
Yeah, let's see.
This is definitely what you want, I assure.
Would you say it's the best thing we do?
Oh, yeah, so much fun. I mean, we have Beer Hater Hour, we have all these interesting things. But again, it's up to you guys to vote on our topic. So we always have a vote, and we have vote clips, and we show
Yes.
you some pretty crazy things.
Yes.
Yeah.
So please lock yourself in there. Be part of our community. It's so fun. If
It's
you
the
guys
best
like
way
the show,
to support us.
It is, yeah,
Yeah,
I was
thank
going
you.
to say, if you guys, especially in this insane time where anti-CCP content's getting pushed down,
Yeah.
it is absolutely positively, without a doubt, the best way to support us financially, and you get something for it.
We really appreciate it. And of course, only if you have the means. We'd love to see you over there. All right, time to get back to the show, guys. We're moving into Worldview, where we speak about everything in the world, specifically with regards to China.
And the view.
Oh, yes. So we wanted to give a shout out to a channel, a friend of ours, Free China, his YouTube channel. He went to the protest for this massive mega consulate thing that they're building or planning to build in the UK.
China's basically building the Death Star in the UK.
I mean, it's
command
crazy,
center.
right? They
Why?
want to build in the middle of London or whatever, this huge mega embassy consulate thing.
Can someone tell me, it's just a quick question, because
Yeah.
we have some British people watching, quite a few.
Mm.
Why is your country getting like wicked pro CCP?
Yeah.
Like really, really much, like very much so.
Well,
Overnight.
yeah, it's insane. So, like, I think 4,000 people turned up, or at least a couple of thousand people turned up to protest this.
Yes.
So, we just wanted to shout him out. If you want to know about this,
Go
the
to
link,
Free China.
Yeah, go to Free China. I think we've linked him in the description. This is just a little preview of what he saw. We're not going to show his video. We just want to show you a preview.
Stay back. You said let her go. Stay back. Move back. Move back. Stop pushing.
No, you push me because you want to be a little authoritarian. Somebody's been injured.
What's she being arrested for? I don't know.
So yeah, check it out, because that's something that we should be keeping an eye on.
Yes.
If you do live in the UK, try your best to prevent that from happening, whether
Yes.
you sign petitions or you write your government or whatever you do, because that's ridiculous.
Yes.
Because that'll be just such a massive place for the Chinese government to run influence operations and kidnap people in there and do bad things, because that's always what they do. So don't let it happen.
I'm watching a lot of countries around the world get full on like compromised by China.
Yeah.
Like really, really scarily so.
Oh, yeah.
What is happening right now?
Well, it just shows that their, influence operations are very effective.
Yes.
They use a lot of bribery and they get a lot of people under their thumb,
You know what's crazy too, if you think about it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to go on a tirade here, but like there are almost no people doing what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
There's very, very few people doing this.
Correct.
And that's like, what do you think that tells you? There's no influence operation from the other side to criticize the Chinese government, but there's a billion upon billions of dollars of influence operation coming from the Chinese government.
Oh, absolutely.
Where is the fair playing field here? That's why, like, you bring up things like what you did on Twitter with Mao Ning.
Yeah.
Is that not indicative of what's happening right now?
Absolutely.
There's no even playing field here. China is steamrolling the rest of the world, and they're allowed to do so. It's wrong. It's just wrong.
Yeah, exactly. That we will continue to lift the veil and part the wool from the eyes of people by showing them through our show here, Soft Power Hour and everything. We're going to keep showing you what the propaganda is so that you can understand it, and we'll point it out when it's happening. And we rely on our audience's intelligence to make up their own minds about things. But we hope that we're changing some minds and allowing people to see the reality of what China's actually doing, and how they're compromising a lot of people out there.
I'm worried.
Well,
Stick with us.
Stick with it. So China changes the rules on military secrets. What's this?
So you know what's wild is that when I go around on the Chinese internet and I look at see what people are talking about.
Yeah.
In preparation for the show, a huge swath of the Chinese internet, I should say a big subgroup of the Chinese internet are like China military fanboys.
Yes.
So there's like this huge millions of people that follow these big accounts in China that go, they're just like basically glazing each other about how awesome China's military is.
Yeah, they're like,
and
oh,
how
our new,
advanced it is.
we're so great, much better than America, etc.
Some of them are actually quite knowledgeable, and some of them are kind of honest. Like they won't go out there and say like we're way behind, but they'll go out there and still fanboy about other military stuff from other countries.
Well, yeah, as you should.
As you should, if you're a military fanboy. I'm not myself, but I get the appeal, right? Here's the deal. The problem is they share a lot of stuff. Right, because they'll go out and they'll see like a J-60 flyby or whatever, or any China's military jet, or whatever.
Yeah.
And they go crazy about it. And they're zooming in.
Yeah,
and they
take a
post it
photo
immediately. They're like, "Go China!" But in the meantime, they're also like kind of showing China's hand. right? Like, because like people will go and leak this stuff online, not to be nefarious.
No, but it gets published in magazines. I remember going to newsstands and they'll have like a military fanboy magazines in there where you can like, oh, China's so cool, and it's got pictures of the guys on the front cover and all that type of thing.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. So I guess they're trying to stop that now.
It is. It says this move is a broader part of broader efforts by Chinese authorities to tighten secrecy as the country continues to rapidly modernize its military in its bid to rival the United States.
Yeah, I can see that. You know what they're doing then is they're just going to send them here to America as students to fly drones over military bases. And by the way,
no,
yeah, seriously, that's what they'll do. No, they'll be like, hey, don't write about that. Just here, get a student visa, go over, fly a drone.
That's never happened before.
It happens like every week. By the way, DJI, you know the drones?
Yes.
They make fantastic drones, by the way. I've been flying DJI drones for over a decade now.
Yeah, we both have.
Yeah, they're great. But of course, they are a Chinese company. They're beholden to the Chinese government, and that's always been a worry. That's why
I stopped using
them. I only ever use them with the third-party app
Sure.
that doesn't connect to the DJI servers or anything.
Right.
But what they've done is they've moved to now remove all restrictions. Before, they followed the American law where they're like, okay, they have like geofencing.
I'm glad you brought this up.
You know, and they're like inside the app. It says like, okay, this is a military base. You're not allowed to fly there, and it won't let you. If you try to fly, it actually stops.
Yeah,
the
it
drone.
abides by American law.
Yeah, but now they've decided they're removing all the restrictions so the drones can fly anywhere they want.
Anywhere you want.
Can fly
in
into an
America.
airport. Can fly over a military base. No problem.
Can corroborate this is not the case in China when you fly
No.
a DJI drone. It will cock block you.
Not only that, you will probably get arrested.
Yes. So now you can. No, you can't. You shouldn't. But Chinese people could technically fly over military installations, and there's no geofencing anymore.
Yeah.
Do something about this. Like, what is the government doing right now? I'm serious.
I told you last week they're sucking off the CCP. Okay.
We got this reversal and extension of a TikTok ban. I don't want to get into this.
Let's not get into it, dude. Otherwise,
I'm losing my mind right now.
Exactly.
What is happening?
Sucking off the CCP.
Where is the select committee on the CCP? Can we get some bills and laws drafted up here, guys? I love them, by the way.
Yeah, they're
They do
great.
such good work.
They're amazing. Yeah.
Shout out to Moolinar.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, Chinese fighter harassed Australian surveillance aircraft over the South China Sea again. They just keep doing this.
They always drop flares.
Yeah, they're so annoying. Whatever. You guys know the drill. Chinese fighter does something irresponsible, almost crashes into these people, tries to scare them off, and no one's like, hey, don't do that.
Yeah.
What's this? New marriages in China crash to record low while divorce is on the rise.
Oh, guys, China-based, China traditional. You heard China-based, China traditional, trad wife, trad husband.
If you believe in if you're a conservative who's against abortion and who believes in marriage, China's not the place for you.
What's the blast?
Abortion is not only was it state forced on people for many years, like you couldn't have more than one child, and if you fell pregnant out of wedlock, they would force an abortion.
Yes.
They would force
They'll
an
come to
abortion.
your house.
Yeah,
It was so bad.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get too graphic.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
yeah.
It was so bad that they would go into women's houses that had multiple kids, kill the fetus or the baby, and then put it next to her, and then take photos of it, and then publish it next to her as she wakes up from anesthesia to warn people not to do that. That's the Chinese government.
And they were also doing that exact same thing when they realized that they needed to increase their population. And if people got abortions, then they would do that. Anyway, the fact of the matter is abortions are rampant in China, often used as a form of birth control. It's just terrible. And when it comes to marriages are usually not about love. It's about convenience. It's about families, money, that type of thing. So if you're looking to China as some sort of bastion of conservative values, you're barking up the wrong tree. I'm just going to say that.
Wrong country, guys.
Yeah, exactly. People get divorced on paper so that they can buy houses and stuff. It's not
divorce is outlandishly high now. It's zero. There's like such low satisfaction in marriage right now.
Yeah.
And the marriages are not having, and then the birth rate's tanking.
We
Because
know that.
Yeah,
We know
they
that.
just can't get people to have kids because nobody has money.
Yeah. Oh, this is very important. If you're getting messages about like, you went through a toll road or something, click here to make your payment or click here to
Delete
get the
the
details.
message.
Don't open it.
Yeah, don't open it.
Don't open it. Okay? text messages claiming that you have a toll that you have to pay in America. It's part of a Chinese hacking attempt.
Yes.
And it's very successful because people do. They're like, I didn't go down that road, or I didn't go anywhere with a toll road. I'm going to check that out. Like, this is rubbish. And you click on it and you're like, now you're effed. Don't do it, guys. Anything about toll roads, be like, no, that's China. That's the CCP on your phone. Don't do it.
China's made no response about this yet, by the way.
Yeah, of course they won't.
So, seriously.
Don't do it.
Public service announcement to you guys from us. This seems to be affecting a lot of people. In fact, we've talked to people already that have received these. Fake toll messages, don't open it, delete it, get rid of it. It's Chinese hackers.
Just don't do it.
Yes.
Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your grandpa.
Especially older people.
Yeah. Tell your grandma, tell your dad, tell your mom, tell yourself. Don't click on those.
The song and your sister and your mom.
I don't know that song.
Okay.
Sounds kind of lame. Maybe it's good. I don't know.
No, it's not.
Okay. Why is this again?
Beautiful. Let's play it again.
Again?
I didn't. Okay. That was fun. It was a great time.
Yeah, we did.
Calling
Look, it's
that
double
old
vision.
woman a turkey.
She sounds like a turkey
sounds
goblin.
like
I'm sorry, but it just in my mind it's just like
goblin. You're gonna love it. That was
exactly.
That wasn't a common thing. But we
I
were
need
laughing.
Mount Absolutely. By the way, if you don't know, we have Shillington's phrase picks every week
Where we
on
teach you
Xiaobanhou.
Chinese.
We teach you some Chinese
You know
phrases.
ESL, like English as a second language. We do CSL for you guys. Chinese as a second language.
Yeah, we do.
Teach you. I need Mount Toilet. 44指
What a wonderful sight. How come I've never seen? Yeah, we've seen
But definitely
this.
check this out because, by the way, I forgot to mention we've done 2 of these. Like, what does China really look like?
Yes.
Those are some of my favorite episodes. They're so fun.
Yes.
It's very relaxed, but it's also like it. You know, it's a really good position to send us back in time a little bit because we'll look and we go, it's not different at all.
No.
From when we were there, literally
Absolutely
nothing has
not.
changed, and
Yeah.
it makes us nostalgic, and we bring up some more positive memories with you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fun.
So yeah, please go on over to patreon.com/ADV podcasts.
I just
These
want
are
to
the
break
tiers.
down what you get. Yeah. Can you play? Can you play the title again?
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Patreon.com/ADV podcast. So at the lowest tier, you get basically, you know what you're watching right now? The show is right now, right?
Yeah.
What you'll get is that on Mondays, we cut out the Q&A section at the end of this. It's called the Umcha.
Yeah.
But patrons get access to it forever. Right?
Yes.
So we upload that episode.
Yeah.
So you get that. You'll also, at the lowest tier, get access to our
Discord,
which
yes.
we have probably the coolest Discord community I've ever seen in my life.
Yes, we do.
It's incredible. Also, the Discord's involved in picking thumbnails, and it's very interactive.
Yeah, sure.
The second tier, the Xiaobanhou, that's the current half price sale. You'll get access to Xiaobanhou. So that's our secondary show on Monday. It's our secret show. It's fantastic. You'll get it not in the not live format. So after it goes live, we make it public to that tier.
Yes.
Xiaobanhou Live, the $20 tier, that's if you want to be there live, if you want to be voting, you want to be part of the interactive memes that we have, you want to be part of that.
And you get the Wheel of Fortune where we get you a Chinese name. Like you basically, if you want to, you can enter in. We spin a wheel every week. Someone wins, and then they get a custom-made Chinese name from us,
which we handwrite for you, teach you how to say it, and it's not bullshit names. We give you nice names that would be impressive.
We
to Chinese
consult.
people. Yes,
we consult.
It's fantastic. You guys are absolutely gonna love it. And again, it's the best way to support us.
Yes,
Hands
we know
down.
it's a big ask,
Yeah.
but if you have the means, we would very much appreciate it.
We think you'll love Xiaobanhou. It's so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
You get the idea.
Oh, yeah,
this is just some idea. So this is what China really looks like. We just did that episode. I just want to go through some of the episodes.
Okay.
We did Beer Hater Hour, where we talk about all the stuff we hate, and we're incredibly negative when we get drunk on camera. This is,
Yeah, that's fun.
People are living in internet cafes right now, and China's promoting that lifestyle. It's crazy. This is where we went after some shill that actually is telling people it's okay to drink the water in China because he tested with pool strips.
That was so
nuts.
bad.
China's COVID medicine ad campaign is one of the greatest things we've ever seen.
Dude, I love that.
China's got fake Russian stores all over the country right now to fund the war in Ukraine.
Yeah.
We got the Royal Rumble where we pit all the meme characters against each other.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
You get the idea.
We had Beer Hater Hour 2, where
Yeah.
we did, like I said. That one was about stuff that you probably love that we hate,
Yes.
like dancing.
Exactly.
And
Anyway,
Neighbor Wars. That was a great one.
that was
Neighbor Wars.
super fun. Yeah, that's where we got. Where's old Mason? Yeah, that's where we discovered Mason.
He's chucking garbage and
It's
bricks
so
at his
good.
neighbors. It's amazing. We love it.
Hope we
It's
can
fun.
see you there on Monday. Anyway, guys, it's time for Yamcha. That's our Q&A segment. This is where we answer your questions and you question our answers. So it's Friday. Time to loosen the tie, everybody.